So from the time he was around 11 years old until his 20s, he didn't go to church anymore. After he was elected into Parliament, he went back to church. And when he went back to church, he realized that he had been wasting his life in Parliament and in college and in school doing whatever he wanted when there were all these things that needed to be done in the world. And he felt incredibly guilty. He began to sell everything that he owned. He began to only take public transportation so that he could save money and give it to the poor. He felt incredibly guilty about every aspect of his life. But then he met with John Newton, that old friend of his uncle, who wrote the song Amazing Grace. He met with him because he felt like he needed to quit his job in Parliament, go into the ministry, and go serve in some far-flung place to make a difference, to feel worthy and earn his relationship with God. But when John Newton spoke with him, and when he attended John Newton's church and heard him preach, he heard about that amazing grace that John Newton loved so much. And he realized that there was nothing he could do to earn his relationship with God because it was given to him. And because of the love and grace that poured into his life, he was no longer racked by guilt, but he continued to be generous with his life and his influence. And he made it his goal to change what he called the manners in London, to end the sex trade and to end the slave trade. And he gave his life to serve others and love others. How did that happen? It wasn't because of guilt. It was because of grace.